It's the vibe, everyone. It's your boy Mac. If you don't know, my name is Mac. I just want to make a quick video about, how I see market structure or how I view the market. There's a thing called market structure, right? We all know we have lows, we have highs. This low right here is higher than this low, so this is a higher low. That gives us a high, breaking this high, right? So now we have a new low, a new high. I'm sorry. That high gave us a pullback, giving us a new high. So in this structure, this is what you would consider an uptrend, right? So within the uptrend, one thing I used to do that I had a real big problem with was not understanding that when prices breaking, like prices breaking these highs right here, right around here, this would be a call like a breakout. One thing I didn't understand was that when price came back under my zones, it kind of made me feel that my zone was invalid, and I would start adjusting my zones and not understanding exactly which zone plays a major part in the trade, right? But overall, when I'm trading, I want to take a trade from a lower high to a higher high, so I can capitalize off the full move. I don't really like to trade the breakout, and if I do trade the breakout, or if you do want to trade the breakout, it's kind of just a way to trade the breakout. But I wouldn't recommend it, but everybody has their own preference. I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's just want you to understand how I'm viewing the market, right? So what I learned is that this zone is still valid nonetheless, right? We're still making highs, and that's just letting me know that price wants to continue. We have, Fibonacci and all kind of other confluences that lets us know that price wants to go up. But I just, like I said, wasn't used to catching the trades from these areas. Once price broke my support, which was once resistance, it broke, gave me a new high. Once it breaks under this zone, that always throws me off. I start changing where my support is and still not understanding the bigger picture, right? So overall, if you can see price pushing to the upside, breaking through new highs, that's just letting you know that overall price wants to remain bullish, and at some point it's going to continue bullish, right? It's just up to us as the trader to find out where to get in, right? This video isn't gonna go over entries and so on and so forth. I'm just gonna break down a trade setup that I did take this week, Euro US dollar, and why I entered this position, right? Another quick tip about market structure. Like me trading off of the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute, I kind of understand how they work a lot. But as a new trader, when you come into trading on the lower time frames isn't really what you want to do. Just off the strength, there's major structure and there's minor structure, right? So I just try to stay away from the minor structure. But even if I do trade it, I at least understand what's really happening. So let me just break that down. Come on. Okay. All right. So right now, this would be my major structure, for example. So with major structure, like the real highs, the real lows, let's say on the higher time frame, I'm going to consider those my swing highs and my swing lows. All right, just a quick little tip. All right, so in the middle of our swing highs, swing lows, right, because this is the main structure, you will run into scenarios like price breaking structure to the upside, breaking structure to the downside, breaking structure back to the upside, breaking structure to the downside. But overall, I'm only going off of the major trend, right? I kind of look at it like one move. Like I just want to see highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, if you get my drift, right? So I kind of avoid paying attention to the like the minor structure, and I just focus on the majors of everything. All right, so when I go back to my chart, you could just, like, I just tell the story. Like by default, I can see we're getting new lows, new lows, new lows. Why are they new lows? Because this low is being broken right around here. This low gets taken out right around here somewhere, and this was the last low that we did have, right? So with that being said, if I paint structure, just a quick way that I see structure, all of these minor structural, I try to avoid. This would be my lower high, then this high, and this is a low, but this is a low. So I just go to where price actually stopped at. Like all of this is a low, this is also a low, this is a low. I'm just avoiding them, right? I go to where price really went to and where it reacted from. Gave price a push up, major support down here. This is a lower high than this, right? And this lower high push price all the way down here, breaking these lows. Boom. So that's great, right? So for me, I want to see price break above here, this level, in order for me to say this is bullish, right? But how did I capitalize on the way up? Just overall, off the hourly time frame, this was the lowest point that price got to. So I just accounted. This was my previous my low, right? So this was a lower low from this low, right? This was my lower high, and this became the lowest point that the market has came to at this point. So I just account for certain things. And it's no different than what I said. Like, if I was waiting for price to come back and tap this for support to take long, it broke my support. That's okay. Instead of me moving my support and adjusting it, I just kind of leave it there, right? I just account for the new area of support. This was the lowest point before this low came. So this is where this horizontal line comes from, right? Since price came as low as this, I'm still going to account for down here, just a little zone, right? For me, at this point, the fact that price reacted to this area so strong, and I won't even say so strong, but it's just not breaking this area. This is area of strong support for me, right? So now I just wanted to see if price can break these highs right here. Also coming back above this resistance, now gonna be support, right? We have on the minor scale of things, I'm just waiting to see, a break of structure, right? It's not the full-blown break, but the fact that we didn't create new lows is just kind of letting me know that price might want to revisit some areas at the top, right? So I'm just looking for what's price showing me. Price is showing me that it's breaking back above this previous resistance, now support. It's also showing me that it's breaking above this area of minor structure. So you can see if I paint the minor structures, boom, boom, lows. All of this is just noise, but at some point we broke above all of that, right? Also, like I said, breaking back above this zone. So all I needed to see was price break these highs, right? That's just letting me know that price is continuing, because like if we have a low, we're now breaking these highs. So you have this, breaking these highs, giving us new highs. I want to just see if price is going to continue to give us new highs, right? And as you can see, it did. The fact that we got this little push up above, it just let me know that price wanted to continue, right? So I just waited. I went down to my lower time frames where I would get my entries from. And like I said, this video is not about entries. It's just about understanding that price broke above this previous high, giving us some form of new highs, right? That's like letting us know, like, yo, price wants to continue. There's so much people trying to sell from here for some reason. Like, why would we sell when there's a high point? Like, for the people that's selling right here, it doesn't really make sense, but I get it. You know, I'm just more type to follow the trend. Simple as that. So, like I said, we broke under these areas. For the lower time frame, I was able to capitalize off an entry, seeing that we was tapping back into a major support. Let's just say, for example, I wanted price to break back above this area, and I took my entries targeting these highs because that was what was presented to me. You know, once price broke above these highs right here, giving us these highs, you know, we kind of can target these for our first area, you know, for take profit. This wouldn't have been like the best trade setup just off the strength that it's a 1 to 2. But how I like to trade is, like I said, from the major side of things. This low wasn't broken. And once we get a low, what's going to happen? It's going to buy back up. Once we get a high, what's going to happen? It's going to sell back down, right? So I'm expecting price to give me a high at this point. All right, we have lows from the minor structure. Cool. I'm just expecting price to continue because we're getting new highs. It's just showing me signs that price wants to go up. It's breaking these highs. Also breaking these highs. So what I'm expecting this week is some form of retracement, because once we do get a new high, what's to happen? Price should retrace. It should pull back a little bit, right? I'm not looking for sales because realistically, it's showing me signs that it wants to continue. So for me to look for sales, I honestly wouldn't even know where the sales are going to end right now. And I would need some more information on that note, so I'll still be sitting on my hands. I'm just going to go with the trend. For me to change my bias on this situation, price will have to give me some form of new structure. But right now, this is the high that I would need to be broken just for this scenario, and this low would need to be broken for the style of trading that I do, for me to switch my whole bias of everything. But overall, I have my bias right here. This is the lowest point, my swing low. This was the swing high. I'm aiming that price could break these highs over here, right? So once it does, I'll be looking for more buys. But like I said again, every time we get a new high, we should expect some form of pullback, right? That's what I'll be expecting this week. I didn't want to go too deep in details on how I caught my super sniper entry. I don't know if you understand how price works, but you could just see the drift right here. I waited for price to break these levels. It showed me that it wanted to push up more. It's like, okay, found a reason at the bottom why I wanted to buy. Once it broke these levels, those levels, I was more comfortable with, you know, holding my position, so on and so forth. But I hope this video was, you know, helpful. Everybody, this is going to be a beautiful week, man. All right, let's get it.